Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our platform, and today is another beautiful day. So guys, if you are new here, my name is Milton Fonkwa, and today I bring to you another valuable information, an opportunity, not but an opportunity that will carry you to Australia anytime you want. But remember, this opportunity is for those that may not want to go to school. This opportunity is for those that probably want to ask for Odoro, and this opportunity is for those that do not have certificates and their money is less. Now relax, I'm going to explain to you. Remember, this visa type you are going to take to this country, I'm going to bring all the details, okay? The visa type you are going to take to this country, you cannot stay in this country for more than 90 days. Now also remember that you cannot study in this country with this visa type. The visa type I'm talking about is called the tourist visa. So if you use this particular visa and go into this particular country, which is Australia, then you cannot change this visa, this tourist visa, to a study visa, but you might probably ask for Odoro. Now let me explain a little about this particular visa to you. Few weeks back I did a video about studying in Australia and moving to Australia. The truth about the matter is that most people don't know Australia is far. Yes, some of us complain that there are snakes in Australia. No, that is not the truth. The narratives people push is different from what is on ground, okay? Of course there will always be those things, but the way we put it, no, that's not the way it is. Then if you are looking at Australia and other countries, I want to tell you that Australia is the boss. Yeah, there is a lot of cash in Australia. There is a lot of things, a lot of opportunities. So if you have a means to enter Australia and be legal, try and go in. I'm going to tell you what you need to do to apply for the tourist visa to Australia and some of the things that you should expect. Remember, if you are applying for the tourist visa, you should put into consideration the requirements. Now also understand that I am not an immigration lawyer or anything. Every video you see on this YouTube channel is based on my research experience and my experiences, okay? So you can also watch the video, take the information I'm giving you, do your own research. Now if you want to move to Australia, know that there are various ways you can go with a tourist visa. You can either go as a conference, you can go follow a conference and go to Australia. You can equally go as a visitor. Somebody can invite you to Australia, and in this case the person is going to give you an invitation letter. Then if you are going for the conference, please remember that you need a letter from the conference. I hope you get my point. Then if you want to go as a tourist, then you need to show an itinerary to show the places you are going to be visiting in Australia. Please, I want to draw your attention to something. Most people get up and they just apply for tourist visas without proper knowledge. Before you do this application, in case you want to go as a tourist, make sure you know the places you are going to visit in Australia, because you need to write an explanation letter to explain to the Australian officials that on this day to this day I'm going to be visiting this area, on this day to this day I'm going to be visiting this area, and make sure that the places you are going to be visiting as a tourist shouldn't be far away from each other, and your accommodation that you are using to stay, accommodation is one of the requirements, okay? In case I don't mention it, just know that it's one of the requirements. The accommodation you should use for your tourist visit to Australia should be closer to the locations or the places you are going to visit. I hope you understand. Now you can equally move to Australia using this particular visa as a business person, all right? But now you need to get a document from your business partner to show that you're actually a business person, and also bring out your own documentation to show that you are a business person. Then if you are going for events, the same thing, you need to show evidence from the events. But if you are going for medical reasons, you need to have paid for your medical fee, and also get a letter or a document from your doctor in Australia to prove that you are actually coming for medical purposes. You get my point? Like some people usually go to India for surgery. I hope this is clear. This is to back up your claim that you are actually going for medical reasons. Now let me draw your attention to the fact that few months back, I think that was June, the Minister of Interior said that you cannot come to Australia with a visitor visa and you change it to a study visa. Because of what? The reason she mentioned that was because they noticed about more than 400,000 people who entered Australia have changed their visas from visit to students in order to prolong the visa to stay longer. So if you are watching me and you were probably thinking that you are going to use the same method, don't use it, because you will not convert it again. Now, I want to also inform you that applying for a tourist visa to Australia now is really difficult and somehow 50-50. You can get it, you may not get it, but again, there is no difficult in trying. Try it, because it's better to die in the battlefield. I hope you understand. Then understand that this visa, for you to successfully get a tourist visa, it's always important for you to have travel history. Like, have you visited other countries and get like, did you apply for visas before to other countries? They want to actually know if you actually applied for visas, then came back to your home country. It's important to show evidence of all this. Then also, if you haven't gone to countries where visas were given to you, you have just stamps, right? You can use those stamps, but always remember that the stamp is not as powerful as a visa, a sticker in your passport. I mean, you already know that. Then we have talked about this. You should also remember that there are several reasons why you can be rejected, and like I said, you have to be strategic when applying for tourist visas or Schengen visas to Europe, but we are talking about Australia now. Then some of the reasons are usually ties back home, ties that are backing you. Okay, you want to move to Australia. What is the guarantee that you are telling us now that you will return back from Australia to your home country? Is there any guarantee about that? If you are not able to show ties to your home country, and what are the ties to your home country? Maybe you have a job. And remember, when I talk about a job, I'm not talking about 50K, 100K, 200K job. No. At least your job should be at least 500K and above, okay, and showing you that you actually earn. And remember, if you are showing them that you have a job of 500K, remember, you need a pay slip to back that up. This is something many of you don't know. Before you know, you go and you do some small, you understand? I hope you understand what I mean. Now, with the aim that you want to show that you are working or you have a high paid job, remember, on that you may not have the same CMPS. I'm talking based on the in the situation of a Cameroonian. You may not have the same CMPS details, okay, for your tax, because if you are showing that you have an employment contract somewhere, you need to show that you are equally paying your tax somewhere. So your matricule may not be the same. So if you are doing something like this, try to be good, like try to always be truthful, so that even if you are rejected, you have the chance to reapply again. But if they catch you with any fake thing, you would be banned from Australia and any other country. So please note all of this. For you to submit the application, you have to go to the Home Affairs site. When you submit the application, you pay the application fee, you go do your biometrics, then you relax and you wait. Also understand that when you move to Australia, you cannot work with a tourist visa. I always say these things, but some people think it's a joke. No employer is willing to risk his maybe reputation to actually give you a job, because it's not permitted by the government. So if you really want to work, you need to change your visa. Changing the visa, is it easy? Like I said, many students used to go in, use it, apply for schools, change their visas to student, and it was possible. But right now the minister have said no, it can't be possible. So the requirements you need are your international passport, a 6 months passport. Okay, your passport must be valid for 6 months before you can use it. Then you have health insurance. I talked about accommodation before. Then your proof of funds, which include your bank statement and everything. Please remember, when it comes to proof of funds, you are not just bumping, like pushing money into the account, millions. No, you need to build the account. They want to see that money is coming in, money is leaving the account, money is coming in, money is leaving the account, right? They want to see that, to be sure that it's actually your account. But if you give, maybe you have to apply for visa maybe October, and maybe by the 18th of September you go and create an account and push those monies inside, your visa will be rejected. So please plan all this well. Then you also need your pay slips, like I said, or pay stub, like I said. Then if you are working, you need to also show that you are on leave. Leave letter is valuable, okay? Then any other thing, I think you are good to go. Then after you do that, you submit the application, you do biometrics, you pray and you wait. Remember, when it comes to your ties, I mentioned properties. I talked about a job. And a job that is 50K. Remember, when you are applying for the tourist visa, this is general now. Canada, US, when you are applying for a visa, they are looking at the job you are doing. to be able to know if that job you are doing is actually important. In case you go to these countries, you are not going to run away. A 50k 100k job, you will run away, bro. Yes, I'm sorry to tell you, but that if you do it, they will not give you because they know you want to run away. So you have to be strategic now in this case. Then if you have properties, real estate, you bring them in. If maybe you sell apartments, you have a business that is giving you a lot of money, like I said, real estate and so many others, you bring, if you are a car dealer, you bring all the documents to show evidence. You also attach birth certificates of your children, and of course a family pictures, and so many others. They are also important in this case. We have talked about everything, so now it's time for you to make a decision. If you just want to go and visit Australia, if you are not going there to remain, excellent, this is a very smart move for you, and before you know, you will be moving to this beautiful country. Remember, Australia and New Zealand are almost the same. And for those of you who have kids who are nurses, okay, or those of you who are watching me that are nurses, please, nurses are needed in Australia and New Zealand and also Canada. If you have been watching this particular channel, you will understand why I mentioned this particular statement. I hope this helps you. We are going to meet again in another one. More videos dropping. Bye bye.